Your cat is not scratching your furniture because it's bored. It's not doing it to spite you. It's not misbehaving. It is rewriting the world, and the message it's leaving is meant for you. Every scratch mark on every surface your cat has ever touched is a declaration of ownership, a territorial broadcast running on evolutionary hardware that is 10 million years old. And here's the uncomfortable truth most cat content will never say out loud. You are living inside the territory your cat has claimed, not the other way around. Welcome back to The Predator Within. I'm going to show you exactly what's happening every time your cat drags its claws across something you own. The biology, the psychology, the ancient survival logic behind it. Because once you understand what scratching actually is, you'll never see a scratch mark the same way again. In the wild, a solitary cat's survival depends entirely on exclusive use of space. Food, mates, shelter, escape routes, all of these are territory-dependent resources. A cat that shares its range too generously is a cat that goes hungry, gets ambushed, or loses reproductive access. So cats evolved a system that lets them stake claims without constant physical confrontation. Because fighting is expensive. Fighting gets you killed. Instead, mock so precisely, so lastingly, that other cats know you were here, when you were here, and whether it's worth the risk of challenging you. Scratching is the most visible, most layered, most information-dense marking behavior in the feline repertoire. It is the billboard in a species-wide language of dominance and space ownership. And your domestic cat? It brought every byte of that ancient code straight into your apartment. Here's where it gets genuinely fascinating. When a cat scratches a surface, it is doing three things simultaneously. The first is visual marking. The scratch gouges leave a physical, visible scar on the substrate. In the wild, these marks function as territorial signposts. The height, depth, and direction of scratch marks communicate body size and physical condition. A deeper, longer scratch at greater height signals a larger, stronger animal. Your cat is essentially posting its resume on your doorframe. The second is scent deposition. Between your cat's toe pads sit clusters of interdigital glands, eccrine and apocrine, sweat glands packed with individualized chemical signals called semiochemicals. Every time a cat scratches, it presses these glands into the substrate, embedding a chemical signature that is as unique as a fingerprint. A study published in Applied Animal Behavior Science confirmed that cats show significantly increased scratching frequency in areas where they can detect their own or other cat's scent, a self-reinforcing feedback loop. The scent invites more scratching. The marking deepens. The third is physical maintenance, but this is not the main event. Yes, scratching removes the dead outer sheath of the claw, keeping claws sharp and functional. But this is the secondary function. The territorial communication is primary. Behavioral ecologist John Bradshaw, in his research on domestic cat communication, notes that domestic cats maintain the full suite of wildcat marking behaviors despite generations of domestication, because natural selection never had reason to remove them. There was no evolutionary pressure to stop, so it didn't. In your home, your cat scratching follows a logic that is completely consistent. Once you understand the territorial framework, entryways and doors are scratched heavily. These are zone boundaries, the edges between inside and outside. Your front door is, to your cat, a border crossing that requires constant remarking. Near sleeping areas and feeding stations, your cat is marking its high-value resource zones, the feline equivalent of fencing off prime real estate. Then there's the furniture you use most, your sofa, your chair, your bed frame. Here's the part that should make you reconsider everything. Research on olfactory behavior in cats suggests that scratching on owner-scented objects is a bonding and cohabitation signal. Your cat is not destroying your couch. It is merging its scent signature with yours. It is marking the two of you into the same territory. And new objects, anything introduced into the home, gets scratched within 24 to 72 hours. Your cat is immediately classifying the intruder, integrating it, claiming it. This is not random destruction. This is a highly organized territorial maintenance system running on autopilot in an animal that shares your bed. Here is what scratching is not. It is not aggression. It is not defiance. It is not your cat acting out or being destructive. Here is what it actually is. Scratching is your cat doing the single most important thing a solitary predator can do. Asserting that it exists, that it occupies space, and that this space is worth defending. Every scratch mark in your home is your cat saying, "I am here. I am real. This is mine, and I am including you in what is mine." That is not a behavioral problem. That is evolutionary integrity operating perfectly inside a species that has been living alongside humans for 10,000 years and has never once pretended to be something it isn't. The cat didn't change. Our expectations did. You cannot stop this behavior. You were never supposed to be able to stop it. But you can work with the system, and once you understand the logic, it becomes surprisingly straightforward. The first thing to do is give your cat legitimate substrates. Cats have strong textural preferences. Sisal rope, corrugated cardboard, and wood grain all mimic the bark surfaces. Wild cats prefer in the wild. The key is placement. Put scratching posts and pads at the locations your cat is already marking. Near entryways, next to your sofa, beside sleeping areas. You are not redirecting the behavior. You are providing a better suited target for the exact same behavior. Height and stability matter more than most people realize. A wobbly post gets abandoned immediately. In the wild, scratch sites are chosen specifically for their permanence. A tree that moves when you claw, it defeats the entire purpose. Your scratching post needs to be tall enough that your cat can fully extend and stretch its entire body, and it must be absolutely stable. If it wobbles once, consider it rejected. Don't try to punish the scratch location, upgrade it instead. Cats return to established scratch sites because the scent signature is already embedded there. Placing a new scratcher directly next to the corner your cat already prefers, then gradually shifting it to a better position over 2 to 3 weeks, is dramatically more effective than any deterrent spray on the market. You can also use the scent loop deliberately, rubbing a small amount of your cat's own paw scent onto a new scratching post. Done by gently handling its paws, and then pressing your hand onto the post surface. Can accelerate adoption significantly. You're seeding the new site with the chemical signal that says, "This place is worth marking." Finally, trim claws regularly, not as punishment, and not expecting it to stop the behavior. Because it won't, and it shouldn't. Regular trimming simply reduces structural damage to surfaces, while your cat continues doing exactly what it is built to do. There is something remarkable about living with an animal that has never lost itself. Your cat does not know it is a pet. It does not know that the evolutionary pressures that built its scratching instinct, the need to hold territory, broadcast presence, merge its identity with its environment, no longer threaten its survival in your climate-controlled apartment with daily meals and a veterinarian on call. It scratches because it is whole. Because 10 million years of biological engineering doesn't switch off because you bought nice furniture. And every time you watch it, rake its claws down a post. Body stretched, gaze distant, utterly unself-conscious. You are watching something that never had to be anything other than exactly what it is. A predator, in perfect working order. Living with you, by choice. That scratch mark on your doorframe? That's not damage. That's proof you share your home with something genuinely wild. Now I want to hear from you. Does your cat have a preferred scratching spot? Is it always the same corner of the same couch? Right next to the front door? On the furniture that smells most like you? Drop it in the comments because based on where your cat scratches, I can tell you exactly what territorial message it's sending, and to whom. And if your cat scratches a spot that genuinely confused you until right now, that comment is the one I'm waiting for.